Alright. Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Abby. You already know. I'm gonna sign in to, I don't know, tell you guys about a pretty special thing that happened yesterday. So yesterday, May 14th, 2014, marked the 5th year of my LPing career. I call it career because I don't know what else to call it. It's not really a hobby anymore. It's more like just like a thing I do that's not only just for fun, but it's kind of like for I'm not sure. It's kind of cathartic in a way, you know what I mean? Like, for me at least. I probably will tell you a little bit more about my history of LPing, because I do tend to hold a lot of the things for myself, and I never explain anything, but that's usually how it's supposed to be, right? But anyway, playing some Legend of Dragoon for you guys. I'm at the Volcano of Elude, as you can see. Pretty important part of the game. This is where you first meet him, first learn about the Virage and all that. So anyway, LPing for me has been pretty amazing. It's helped me walk the path of sanity. As in, oh man, how do I even explain this? So 2009 was about the most difficult year for me. When it comes to that date, May 14th, it's a very important date for me. It's a date of immense suffering for my soul. Something really bad happened to me that day, many years ago, and I just can't let go of it. Can never forget it. Something that's been constantly haunting me, will continue to haunt me for the rest of my life, I think. But something happened on 2009, on May 14th of 2009, where I told myself, I have to change this. Not to say that I condone or anything, like none of that. I don't condone suicide or nothing. But at the level that I reached in 2009, I understand how people felt about it. That is to say, I never considered it, not once. But during that time, I had a friend that was very suicidal and tried to tempt me with the most, I don't know, the most understanding of words, I guess. Words that just, they seem like sweet-coated poison. And because of that, well, my friend no longer is there, but yeah, I think he wanted me to, I don't know if he wanted me to help him or something, or if he wanted me to join him, but I was not going to do that. I may have been at my lowest, but it doesn't mean that I personally am a quitter. I was not born a quitter. I will never quit on myself, nor those who believe in me. Therefore, I had to say farewell to him. And it's unfortunate, but he's no longer with us. And I always feel like I could have helped him out, but I never did. So that's one more life that I could have saved, but I didn't. I don't know if it was selfishness, I don't know what it was. But all these things collectively added, they were added onto a list of things my consciousness couldn't handle that year, that day. And well, I understand the thoughts of suicide, like I really do, especially since that day, but it's still not something that I was willing to do. There's no way I would have given up. Like I said before, I wasn't born a quitter. I was born a person who was meant to fight and keep on fighting until the very end. And so because of that, I survived. And I knew I had to change something, so I said, let me begin by Let's Playing. A lot of things led up to that. As you guys know, my friend, the Loyal Gamer, he was a big inspiration for me to start. So was Crime and Partner, several others. But I saw AOG's videos. It really inspired me to start doing Let's Plays. I had it in my mind for a while when I saw it in January that year. And I knew, like, hey, this is something that I want to do eventually. And so I did. But the final nail in the coffin, to sound not so morbid here, it was really that I needed to do something that day. Anything. So in 2009, May 14th, I took out my copy of Legend of Dragoon, popped it into my computer, downloaded an emulator, anything I could play because I didn't have a PlayStation 1. My PS2 was broken at the time. It could only play PS2 games but not PS1. And I didn't know what to do, so I put in a game that I've always gone back to when things were tough, and it was Legend of Dragoon that saved my life. I went to play the game, started a new game. I had to force some kind of happiness among, I don't know, I had to approach. It's very hard for me to talk right now. This is very difficult for me to relive these moments, but I needed to go back and I just needed to play this and unwind and let things go and just feel life again, feel the happiness of the morning sun and all of this. And I did. When I played Legend of Dragoon, I was instantly relieved of anything, any emotions that I had, just anything in general. I was freed, and I began to play. And before I even knew it, the whole day went by. I had just been recording the entire day, and it was a lot of fun. And more importantly, it was a reason for me to say that May 14th isn't such a bad day after all, because I knew that I may not have survived. I don't know what could have happened that day. It was killing me. Lost inside my own thoughts. Couldn't even realize where I was. The night before, I wandered around. Was outside in the parking lot somewhere I wasn't even aware of. I was just in such a state. So comatose. Outside. Not knowing where I was. Hungry. Cold. And alone. And I had no idea. That was kind of like a wake-up call, and I knew I had to go back home. Found a taxi, a person that actually was willing to take me back. I did have my phone, thankfully. Took me back free of charge. He knew I was not right. He was offering to take me to a hospital, but just wasn't right in the head. There are just things, matters of the heart, cannot heal. Things that mysterious things that you're not that way, but you can't understand it, and you cannot fight it. It's not possible to fight it. But every year I grow stronger, but it's still something that consumes my soul. And one day I will be freed of it. But until that time, I must continue to rejoice this day as being the day that I first began to Let's Play. Kind of unintentional rhyme there, but saved my life. It did. And you guys, of course, you guys have also saved me, which is why I try hard to give you guys the most entertainment that I can as possible. But life doesn't always make it easy. Always something that comes up. Program doesn't run right. Capture cards busted. Hard drive corrupts. All these things, but I don't complain about it. I always hold it within, as always, and I'll just continue to make videos because it's nothing compared to what I went through. So that's something I'm willing to bear the weight of. And so I began with Legend of Dragoon. It was a great game. Shortly after, even while I was still doing the Let's Play of Legend of Dragoon, I did Valkyrie Profile. Those two games were the games that helped me through that year, helped me through that month. I didn't struggle as much. It was time that I replayed those games after a very long time. And on top of that, I don't even remember what my first comment was. I wish I knew, but I don't. My first ever comment Must have been on a Legend of Dragoon video. For the first ever LP comment, I should say, not first ever YouTube comment, because that, I think I know who that belongs to. That person, I don't think has a channel anymore, but that was comment on my old Aquali versus Executioner fight video from Star Ocean 3. Well, that is mega spoilers. I shouldn't be saying that, but anyway, you guys definitely have helped me out. The amount of views you've given me, and comment, feedback, ratings, all that. Well, actually, when it comes to views and ratings, it's not that much, but comments have helped me. They've helped me to progress further and to eliminate all doubt, suspicions, all of that. So I thank you guys, all of you, individually, for doing that for me as a favor. Obviously, I was not right yesterday, and I had to record this today. But luckily, I had my friends with me, and I also had Smash Bros. But even then, I still let something escape. But I caught myself before it got very bad, violent. Just that day, it's not right. That and April 14th is another day where, but I don't get as sad, and I don't get as violent, and I don't get as angry. I don't get as confused, hurt, and emotional. May 14th is the day, but now I can look at it for a new reason, because LPing has saved me. But I just want to thank you guys for 5 awesome years of greatness, funny laughs, content, all these good times that we've shared, mainly the laughs, and trying to see how I can progress further as a person who does videos. I think my video, like my quality, all that has stepped up over the last few years. So as my commentary, I think I've gotten less funny with commentary, but I think I've gotten more refined. You understand? I've gotten more. How do you say this? Just better in general overall. But my style hasn't changed. It's always been the same. I mean, I still focus on funny stuff, but I always still focus on the game. I don't really like to branch off with these random discussions about nothingness. And yeah, I mean, sometimes I do, but for the most part, I like to stay focused on just mainly, you know, what the game's about, because it's the reason people watch games, right? Is to learn about it, not to learn about the person, because I don't want people to learn about me. I don't want people to know who I was. I want them to just focus on the now and learn about the game and how I like the game and how others can as well. Not about who I was. It's not the kind of life that I wanted to bring back. But yeah, you guys understand, I hope. Not really sure what making a video about this would do. I'm trying to open up, but I can't. You know, like, I can't do it. It's just not physically in me. I've tried to say as much as I can, but if I go any further, it will be too painful for me. But I've done as much as I can. I hope some of you guys can even just appreciate me trying this. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to talk about this, but I have to. And this is probably going to be the only time that I do. Because 5 years ago was a really bad time. And look at me now. Look at me now. I'm happier than I've ever been before. I have people that watch my videos and I can talk to. I made friends. I made other videos. People in general know who I am, and that's because they've been there for me. And that's all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to thank you guys. Thank you for 5 years of keeping my mind off of negative things and thanks for saving me is all I really wanted to say. So thanks. Thanks a lot.